Alright, RPM's above 12%, holding at step 31, center engine start.
Test control, you are go, center engine start.
Here comes center spark, center fuel. Good, light off. Good start on the center EGT peak 560. External air's coming out. Arrows and adapter are removed, panels closed. Center engine start checks complete, ready for right engine start.
Test control, you are go, right engine start checklist.
Arrows and adapter connected, right area's clear, here comes external air. RPM's coming up, oil pressure's coming up, fuel press coming up, lights out. RPM's above 12%, yield press in the band, about 2950 PSI, holding at step 42, right engine start.
Test control, you are go, right engine start.
Alright, here comes right spark, right fuel. Good, light off. Good start on the right, EGT peak 610, external air's coming out.
Test Chase 1, comm check.
Loud and clear, Chase 1.
Test Chase 1, comm check on my Victor.
I got you loud and clear, Chase 1.
Chase 1 up and ready.
I'll be another 10 minutes or so.
Chase 2 is up and ready also, wait.
Copy. External air is removed, panels closed, backup hide pump, auto, right engine start checks complete, ready for before taxi checks.
Test control, you are go, before taxi checklist.
Copy, external power is off and coming out. Circuit breakers are all in, as power's coming on. Center throttle's coming to 80%.
Control.
Set. Cabin switch pressurized. Canopy seal lights out. Air temp knob. Full cold, holding at step 7, airflow switch.
Test control, you are go, airflow switch on.
Airflow switch coming on. Good airflow, good squeeze. Good canopy seal, cabin altitude showing 2,300 feet, cabin switch. Depressurize. Staying at 2,300 feet, cabin air button pressed, airflow stops, altitude's coming up a little bit. Lead air button unpressed, airflow resumes, airflow switch. Ram. Air temp auto, and center throttle's coming to idle.
Control.
Transfer knob auto, and dampers are coming on. Dampers are on, ready for a nose and wing shake. Good pitch and yaw. And good roll.
Test control dampers are nominal.
Yaw limiter low, roll deflection low, Q feel high. Got all three cautions, pointers are moving. Alright, ready for a restricted sweep. 6 coming aft. Full aft high force. Forward. Full forward high force. 6 coming left. Full left restricted. 6 coming right. Full right restricted. Pedals coming left. Full left restricted. Pedals coming right. Full right restricted. Yaw limiter high, roll ratio high, Q fuel low. Cautions are clear, pointers are moving. And pointers are correct, ready for a full sweep. 6 coming aft. There's full aft full. Low force rather. Neutral coming forward. Full forward low force. 6 coming left. Full left full. Neutral 6 coming right. Full right full. Pedals coming left. Full left full. Pedals coming right. Full right full. Stick pullers coming out. And release in 3, 2, 1. Mark. Alright, looks like a good stick puller. Limiter knob, auto, roll ratio, auto, Q fuel, auto. Pointers are correct, cautions clear. Gives trim. Alright, trim looks good. FCS interrupt. Alright, all 4 cautions and all 3 advisories. Trim doesn't move. Previous interrupt undepressed. Cautions are clear. Trim set 11.9 up 0 and 0.1 right with green boxes. Transfer knob. Forward commanded, bottom commanded, aft commanded, mid commanded, back to auto with forward commanded. Our full 120-2 is selected. Start 4 in 65, duration 120.
Test control profile is confirmed and you are go. Fez start stop button push.
Copy. Fez is armed and braking gauge is clear. Here comes the Fez start stop button. Fez is moving. And Fez stopped. Fins are coming out. Gas inventory is clear, and you're going to remove the Bluetooth headset. Removed and door is closed. Got a good comm check with Chase 1 and 2. You guys still up?
Chase 1's up.
Chase 2 is up already.
Alternate step 69 shocks.
Test control your go to remove chocks and for the taxi checklist.
Shocks are coming out. Shocks are removed. Chase 2 ready for taxi.
Copy, over.
Welcome everyone, wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Here we are at the Mojave Air and Spaceport. Thank you so much for joining us. My name's Mike Bannister. I was formerly British Airways Chief Pilot for Concorde, flying supersonic aircraft at Mach 2, twice the speed of sound, for 22 years. And I'm delighted to be here today for Boom Supersonic at this really historic moment when the XB-1 goes faster than the speed of sound for the very first time. It'll be the first civil aircraft to break the sound barrier since Concorde. And I'm joined here today by my good friend Greg Crowland and also by my other good friend Nick Sharika, who's down on the fence line. But Greg, over to you.
Hi, thank you, Mike. Yeah, my name is Greg Crowland. I was Boom's chief engineer for the XB-1 aircraft during much of its design, build, and test phases. So I'm incredibly excited to be here with you today, share some insights about the aircraft and the mission that we're going to perform. And the mission today is a big one. XB-1 is the first independently developed supersonic jet. And today is the day that we're going to go supersonic for the first time on this aircraft. The plan is to accelerate the plane to Mach 1.1, about 10% faster than the speed of sound. I'm now going to throw it down to Nick Shireka down at the fence line to see the aircraft.
Hey there, my name is Nick Shireka. I'm the Chief Flight Test Engineer for Boom Supersonic. That means I've been involved in planning all of the XB-1's testing up to this point. Today is XB-1's 12th flight. We've previously expanded the entire subsonic envelope. And I see XB-1 taxiing behind me right now. Let's just get a look at XB-1 taxiing out.
Squawk in 0111.
They are great. Doesn't she look gorgeous taxiing out?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to point out here that, so today in the airplane we have Tristan Geppetto Brandenburg. He's a former naval test pilot. Obviously was an operational pilot for a long period of time. Has a tremendous amount of experience flying both fast jets and doing flight test programs. This is an extremely, I would just say, this is an extremely specialized position and requires, you know, a very specific set of skills that he has. He's being joined by two chase planes today. We've got a Mirage F1 that is being flown by AJ Face McFarland. Face is the call sign there. And then we also have a Northrop T-38 that's also out there being flown by Matteo Brambilla, who goes by call sign Wiper. Those two planes are in accompanying XB-1 along the majority of the flight and serve a number of functions. But you can see them here, all three of them in line, heading down to the whole chort.
And what's going through the pilot's mind as they taxi out? Well, of course, especially today, an exciting day, the human instincts, that excitement, responsibility, a bit of nervousness, but a pilot places all of those at the back of their mind. It is all about safety, the mission, the test objectives, and that big team behind us being very precise, patient, and professional. Nick, can you tell us all about those chase planes that you can see down there?
Yeah, sure. So as Greg alluded to, the first aircraft there is a Mirage F1, and that's serving the role of primary safety chase today. What that role is just an airborne set of eyes and additional situational awareness to the test team. The pilot, Geppetto, he can offload tasks to the chase aircraft like managing the airspace and talking to air traffic control so that he can stay focused on the mission and the test points that we'll be executing today. The T-38 is serving another role as photo chase today, and if technology plays with us very well, then we'll have some really gorgeous shots of this whole mission live.
As we're listening to the control room and the pilot chatter, there's a lot of communication going on between the pilot, Geppetto, and the control room back here at base. And what's all that about? What are they talking about at this stage, and what's the role of the control room during the flight?
Well, flight test really is a team sport, Mike. We've got, of course, Geppetto in the cockpit serving the critical role of test pilot, but also in the control room, we're joined by 25 engineers, and it's their job to review countless amounts of telemetered signals that are beamed from XB-1 live down to the ground. These are what we call safety critical parameters. So as we're expanding the envelope, there's just too much workload for any one pilot to perform in the cockpit alone. And so the control room serves as an extension of the airplane, and all those 25 highly talented engineers reviewing data live and making an assessment that everything is going according to the plan. Leading the control room today is Erin Young. She's serving as the test conductor, and it's her job to kind of filter and aggregate all of that input from the various disciplined engineers in the control room, and she'll be in direct communication with Geppetto throughout the entire mission. Jeff Mabry is serving as our test director today, and his role really is that of coordinating external assets and external support for the mission.
Of course, it's not like an airliner that can just taxi out and wait for clearance and line up and off you go. There's a whole raft of checks still to be taken and undertaken before XB-1 can get airborne. And they're going through that process right now. That shot you saw a few moments ago of the control room looks a little bit like a NASA control room back in the day, with lots and lots of people sitting at their desks. And every one of those individuals and every one of the XB-1 team here has a no vote if they're not comfortable with something that's going on. They certainly speak up. It's a total team game. And that even extends out to being out on the runway. We'll have some ground crew out at the holding point. So, Nick, tell us what the role is of the ground crew when they're out at the holding point there with XB-1.
Right, so you saw a lot about how they readied the aircraft before taxiing out. And so the team on the ramp today is being led by Kurt Alger, the crew chief, and they were just eyes on the outside of the airplane as Geppetto performed his startup checks. Now, at this point, they're doing what they call last chance checks. They're at the threshold.